Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. As you can see from the title of this video, today I will be talking about the 5 top resorts at Walt Disney World. But I want to let everyone know that this is my opinion, okay? This is what I think the top 5 resorts are at Walt Disney World, and I have, specifics that go into why I think that. So again, this is my opinion. Everyone loves resorts for different reasons, so I just want to let everyone know, again, this is my opinion on what the top 5 resorts are. So let's go ahead and get into this video. I have my handy dandy notebook where I write down my thoughts so that I can stay composed, and I won't go too much like off the rails kind of moment. So I'm gonna do this starting from 5 and ending at 1. So in 5th place for me, I have Pop Century. I love Pop Century. I think it's a really great place to stay if you are traveling on a budget. At least, back in the old days it was. Now, Pop Century can kind of be pricey as well. Everything at Disney nowadays is a little pricey. But what I have written down is price friendly, especially if you're a Florida resident or an annual pass holder, because you can get special rates. At those resorts whenever they have like a Florida resident special or an annual pass holder deal. They have the Skyliner, which has become a game changer. That Skyliner will go ahead and take you to Hollywood Studios. It can also go ahead and take you to Epcot. It takes you on one line, and then you stop at Caribbean Beach Resort, where they have a big like Grand Central Station kind of thing, and you switch over onto the different lines. So there's a Hollywood Studios line and there's an Epcot line, and it can go ahead and take you to those parks. So it's a very fun way to go to the parks rather than taking a bus. So it's another reason why I think Pop is a really good choice. To mirror that, Art of Animation is also a good choice because they have the Skyliner, but Art of Animation is not price friendly. It's a value resort, but it gets priced more as a moderate. Sometimes you can see it get even more expensive than a moderate resort. Pop Century has 3 different pools, which is good if your family likes to go swimming. You can go swimming in a different pool every day. There's also a lot of fun picture opportunities throughout the property, because everything at Pop, it's like going to the All-Stars. You have like the oversized figurines. It's really fun. You can get a lot of fun pictures if you're into that. The food, obviously, it's not going to be like a 5-star restaurant. Currently, it's a mobile order. They do have a way to order when you are there if you can't use your mobile ordering. So don't worry if you're not like super savvy with your smartphone. You don't have to just do mobile ordering. But at Pop Century, the food is pretty decent. Last time I went there, I enjoyed it. But because of COVID, the menus aren't as, how can I say this? They don't have much variety to them that much anymore. Just like Art of Animation used to have an amazing food court, but now it's the same exact menu as Pop Century because that's just what they can afford right now. It's what's easier for them. So you don't get that special feeling of the food courts being different right now. But they have the basics that everyone loves. You got your cheeseburgers, you got your chicken tenders. They have fun desserts. It's basic food. So if you're okay with grabbing a kid's cheeseburger and heading to your room, then Pop Century is a good place for you. But this is my number 5. I do think that it's a good place to stay. I've had to stay here several times and I enjoy it. I think it's, maybe it's not worth the money. It's hard to say. I feel like I prefer Pop Century when it used to be like in the $90 range a night. We will never see that again. The lowest you'll see it is like $140 a night. It doesn't live up to the standard that some other hotels in the area do that are in that price range, but it's a very family-friendly resort, so I think it's a really good one to go to if you're traveling with family. So in the number 4 slot, I have Port Orleans. My cats are reenacting The Lion King right now. Can you guys calm down? No need. Anyway, so in our number 4 slot, I have Port Orleans, all right? Both French Quarter and Riverside. I enjoyed this resort so much. Not only because they have beignets, but that really makes up for it. But they do offer a lot. It's a moderate resort, so you will be paying more than you would at Pop Century or the All-Stars. They have bus transportation to parks. They also have boat transportation over to Disney Springs. These cats. Anyway, they have boat transportation over to Disney Springs. So if you enjoy traveling in water taxis, you can go ahead and take one over to Disney Springs and it'll bring you back to the resort. What else do they have? They had entertainment, pre-pandemic, obviously. Right now, there is no entertainment at that resort. That resort actually isn't open right now, but it's opening in October. So I'll get to have beignets soon. I can't wait. But entertainment probably won't be a thing anymore at that resort. Hopefully, it can come back. I would love for it to come back. They had fun, like, piano bar. The food, I enjoy the food court of Port Orleans. I really do. I enjoy both sides, French Quarter and Riverside. French Quarter is my favorite food court, though. I prefer that one. Beignets. They have the beignets there. I really like the vibes over at French Quarter. I just think it's very fun. Feels very like Mardi Gras, like you're in New Orleans. I love it. It's really fun. They have a lot of nice walking trails throughout the resort. You can actually walk from the French Quarter side into the Riverside. There's some nice walking paths, some cute little bridges. So if you're into walking or going for a run, this is a really good resort to stay at. It's also a quiet resort. Whenever I go, it's not super loud. Like, yes, it's a moderate resort, so you're going to see families, you're going to see kids. It's Disney, you're going to see kids everywhere. But it's one of those resorts that seems a little calmer, a little more quiet. At Pop Century, it's not quiet. But I like it. It's very like nice, very nice resort to stay at. If you're willing to spend like an extra $100 a night to stay at a moderate resort, I think this is the one to do it at. I just love it. I love it. And it's close to Magic Kingdom. Not too far from Magic Kingdom at all. It's also really close to Disney Springs. So if your family enjoys Disney Springs, that might be a plus for you. So number 3 on my list is Wilderness Lodge. I absolutely love this resort. One of the main things I love about this resort is that it makes you feel like you're not in Orlando anymore. You really feel like you're transported outside of Disney, yet you're so close to the Magic Kingdom. You're just one boat ride away from getting into the Magic Kingdom. This resort also has several food locations, one of my favorites being Geyser Point and Whispering Canyon, which is a really fun sit-down restaurant. Everything kind of comes family style. They make a lot of fun jokes. It's a really fun restaurant. If you're into like corny jokes, dry jokes, and eating family style, that's a really good restaurant to go to. An example is that if you ask for ketchup, the server will let the entire restaurant know that you need ketchup, and anyone who has ketchup has to bring it to your table. So you could end up with like 6 bottles of ketchup at your table, and then the next time someone needs ketchup, you're gonna have to get up and give the next person the ketchup they want. That's just like one joke that they always use, but to work there, you have to have a good sense of humor. So it's a fun restaurant to go to if you like comedy. And then I like Geyser Point because it's outside. You can eat there, you can take it to go, and then you have Roaring Fork, which is their quick service. And then you have Artist Point, which I haven't eaten at like as an adult. Right now it's closed, but for a while it was like Snow White themed, and so you got to eat with Snow White and the Evil Queen. It was a really cool experience. I'm sad I never got to do it. Hopefully it comes back once this pandemic, kind of leaves us. What else do I have written down? There are 2 pools, and there's a geyser, so it really plays in the part of not feeling like you're in Orlando. This is a deluxe resort, and there is a DVC area on this resort, so it's a little bit pricier, but you get your money's worth at this resort for it being pricier. I also feel like it's a quieter place, and having 2 pools kind of separates the noise a little bit from all being in one area. But I really think this resort is gorgeous. There's Disney bunnies everywhere. You never know what kind of animal you're going to see out there. Talking about walking trails previously, this is a beautiful place to walk. If you are a walker, runner, this is a beautiful place to do it, all right? So I can't say like enough amazing things about Wilderness Lodge. If you like camping, then I suggest Fort Wilderness, which is like their neighbor, where they have the campgrounds, they have cabins, you can bring your tent, you can do campers, RVs, and you also have boat transportation to the Magic Kingdom. So if you rather not be in a hotel room, you have that camping side of you. It's a great place to go camping too. And number 2 on my list is the Polynesian. I love the Polynesian. When you walk into that lobby and you get that fresh Polynesian smell, that lobby smell is so good. The theming at this resort is unbelievable. And I think a huge perk of staying at this resort is that you could have a beach picnic at night and watch the fireworks from the beach. They pipe in the music from the Magic Kingdom, so you can hear the music for the fireworks. You can see the fireworks out of the sky from the beach. It is gorgeous. Obviously, this is a deluxe resort, so it's more expensive. It's also a DVC resort, so there are some DVC sections. But this resort is beautiful. You have Trader Sam's, you have Captain Cook's, you have Ohana, you have Kona Cafe. Like, there's a lot of different food options. The store in the main building in the lobby has so many fun things. I just really think this resort is gorgeous. What else do I have written down from this? Oh, you can take a monorail because you're on the monorail loop. Right now, their monorail station is being closed and getting refurbished. So soon, we will have a new monorail station for the Polynesian, which will look beautiful. There's 2 pools. You can get Dole Whip because they have the Dole Whip Lanai stand by the pool. And like I said, you have Captain Cook, Kona Cafe, Ohana, a Tambu Lounge, Trader Sam's, and Trader Sam's just came back recently, and so did Ohana, so it's really fun. I've never been to Trader Sam's like actually inside. I've peeked my head in it, but I haven't had a drink from there, so it's something on my Disney bucket list, which I'm gonna make a video about my Disney bucket list because I want you guys to know. But I want to go there so bad, but it looks super fun and everyone loves Trader Sam's. So I just think the Polynesian is a great place to stay. I've stayed there once and I absolutely loved it. I stayed in a deluxe studio and I was there for like 2 nights, but I loved it. And they just redid the rooms, so I want to go back. I love staying at a resort that had just got their rooms refurbished because it's a new experience than what you had before. There's little touches of Moana now in the rooms, so I would love to go see that. But yeah, that's number 2. And number 1 on my list is the Boardwalk. I love the Boardwalk Resort. I know I've said I've loved every resort that I've just talked about, but that's why these are my top 5, okay? But the Boardwalk has a little bit of nostalgia for me, and it's also next to my favorite park, Epcot, and I just think the Boardwalk is so beautiful, and it offers so much. If you like walking and running, this is the resort to be at, because you get to run across the boardwalk or go walking across the boardwalk. The boardwalk itself goes from the boardwalk over to Swan and Dolphin, over to the Beach Club and Yacht Club, and then you can walk into Epcot or you can just keep circling back around. But I love it. The boardwalk is so peaceful to me. Let's see what else I wrote about the boardwalk. There's nightlife. Right now, the nightlife is limited because obviously COVID, everything has to do with COVID. So right now, the nightlife is not a thing, but you have Jelly Rolls and the Atlantic Dance Hall, which, you know, are little clubs that you can go to. So you obviously have to be over 18 to go in. I think one of them is 21 and up, actually. I haven't done my research on those because I wasn't able to go. I'm 24 now, and I had a whole time to go, but I wasn't living here, and then now I'm here, and it's closed. So that's how that's going for me. But I'm hoping that they reopen soon, because I would love to go to Jelly Rolls. It's like a dueling piano bar kind of thing, and everyone loves it, and I want to go dancing at the Atlantic Dance Hall. So that'd be fun. Another perk is that, yes, you're close to Epcot, but you're also just a boat ride away from Hollywood Studios. This is a great place to stay if you're trying to do all the Star Wars things, like get on Rise of the Resistance. Great place to stay, because you can walk to Hollywood. It's a long walk, but you can take a boat. You also need a Skyliner too if you're staying at the Boardwalk or Yacht and Beach Club, because the entrance to the Skyliner is right outside International Gateway of Epcot. Let's see what else they have here. There's lots of food options. You have the Abracadabra Bar, Trattoria El Forno, the Boardwalk Bakery, Big River Grill, ESPN, and Flying Fish. Those two haven't come back yet from COVID, but they'll be coming back soon. So we should be seeing them opening, I would say, by the end of 2021. And again, it's a short walk to the Yacht and Beach Club, which has more food like Beaches and Cream, Ale and Compass, and Cape May. There's also a lot of shops. They have some shops across the boardwalk. And the theming of the boardwalk is just beautiful. It's another place that makes you feel like you're not really in Disney. They also had some nightlife that would be on the actual boardwalk that you would see if you were, in Atlantic City or something, or even like in Key West. Right now, it's not a thing. They also have some carnival games. They had caricatures and all that kind of fun stuff, which will come back once the pandemic kind of slows down again. And there's three pools. There's 2 on the DVC side, and there's 1 on the non-DVC side of the resort. So yes, this is a deluxe resort, a little more expensive, and it also has a DVC side. So it's up there in price, but I think the boardwalk is worth it. I love staying there, and I love the lobby and the creepy little chairs they have in that lobby. If you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'm gonna put a picture over here. Julissa will put a picture over here, but they're creepy chairs, okay? But the lobby is beautiful. I absolutely love it. The boardwalk feels like home to me, which is why it's my #1 resort. I know for most people, this is probably not the #1 resort, but I think with the theming, having all of those food options, nightlife, pre-COVID, being close to 2 theme parks, kind of ranks it up there to being #1 on a list if you want to experience a lot of stuff. So like if you're staying for 5 days, it might be pricey, but you're close to 2 parks. You've got a Skyliner to hop on. You've got boat transportation. You have a lot of food options. You have like 3 other resorts that are close to you, walking distance. I think it's #1. And the rooms are gorgeous. They also recently got renovated. Those rooms are gorgeous. They're beautiful. So I love the boardwalk. And if you want to see my list, this is how I wrote it out. So we had Pop Century, we had Port Orleans, we had Wilderness Lodge, Polynesian, and the boardwalk. I love all of these resorts. I wish I could stay at them more often, but like I mentioned earlier in this video, Disney is really hiking up those prices. I look for those Florida resident deals that they put out and the annual pass holder deals they put out, because that does help save some money on these resorts. I want to do a video like this, but for Universal, but I haven't really stayed at all the Universal resorts because I grew up as a Disney kid, so I really have to get on that. I've stayed at Cabana Bay. I will be staying at Sapphire soon, and that's only 2. I have more that I have to stay at before I can make a video of my top 5 or like top 3, because they don't have like a lot of resorts there like Disney does. But so far I've been enjoying my stays at Universal. I've stayed at Cabana Bay. Cabana Bay was amazing. But I want to do the same kind of thing with Universal hotels so that anyone who wants to stay at Universal can have an idea on that as well. But anyway, I hope you really enjoyed this video because I love talking about the resorts. I want to do some resort tours of my top 5. I will get that done for you guys at some point because I know you guys like resort tours. I did a poll on my Instagram and you guys want to see a resort tour. So I'm going to try to go get one for you right now. Filming this top 5 was easier than going to do a resort tour, honestly. But I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know your top 5 resorts down in the comments below. I would love to see what you guys think, or if we have some that are the same. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Subscribing is the best thing you can do for this channel. Also, share the channel. If you have friends that like Disney, share the channel with them. That would mean so much to me. But just, yeah, comment those top 5. I want to know. Comment down below, all right? With that, I'll see you next time.